Welcome to This Week in AI Live, your essential recap of everything that happened on RocketHub's AI Live show. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Lily. We're here to break down the highlights from Clay Speakman and Marshall Briggs as they build their AI-first company right in front of our eyes. And Daniel, this week's episode 007 was chaotic, to say the least.
Chaotic is the perfect word. It was a roller coaster, from AI giving brutally honest performance reviews to building entire functional applications in the time it takes to drink a cup of coffee. Let's dive right into the chaos.
Let's start with the AI show director showdown. This was incredible. Clay and Marshall had their own AI, which directs their show. Give them a performance review.
And they were on thin ice. Last time, they got a 3.5 out of 5 with a warning of risk of cancellation. Ha ha ha. This time, though, they bumped up to a 4 out of 5. The AI praised them for significant improvement in entertainment and mission alignment.
But this is where Clay's personality really shines. He didn't trust the good review. He thought the AI might be pandering because they had threatened to fire it and hold open tryouts for a new one. So, he decided to get a second opinion.
He pitted their AI show director against Astra, their Gemini-powered agent, to see if the feedback was consistent. And on one point, both AIs were in perfect, brutal alignment.
Oh, this was my favorite part. Both AIs concluded that Clay and Marshall are moderately funny. Not funny, not hilarious, moderately. The ultimate backhanded compliment.
Exactly. And when they challenged the AIs to write better jokes to prove they could do better, the results were just awful. It was a great moment that showed, for now at least, the hosts' jobs are safe from the AI comedians.
From moderately funny to a complete disaster. Let's talk about the Suno version 5 incident. They decided to test the new music generation model by recreating their theme song.
Right. Their original theme, made on version 4.5, is genuinely good. It's energetic, it fits the show's vibe perfectly, with lyrics like, "Welcome to the show where we build it live, two entrepreneurs with something to prove." It's a banger.
Version 5. Using the exact same prompt and lyrics. A train wreck. Marshall described the attempts as sounding like old reruns of 90s sitcoms and glam rock for a band that's really not that good. It was just flat and uninspired.
I love Marshall's take on it. It's like that kid in high school who peaked early and then life just doesn't go well later on. It's a fantastic lesson that newer doesn't always mean better in the AI world. Sometimes a new model needs more time to bake, or maybe it requires an entirely new way of prompting.
It's a crucial reminder to not just jump on the latest version of a tool without testing it. Sometimes the tried-and-true model just works better for your specific use case.
Okay, but the real magic of the episode, the part that had my jaw on the floor, was the second half. They did a masterclass in what they call vibe coding.
Or, as it's now officially known, AI coding. Marshall gave the perfect definition. You're using your vibes to create code because you're not actually coding. The AI agent creates the code for you based on whatever vibe you have in that moment. It's such an intuitive way to think about it.
It really is. And Clay demonstrated that you don't even need specialized coding tools. He was taking HTML visualizations generated by Claude and just dropping them directly into their Wix website, into HubSpot emails. Platforms that aren't developer-focused. No coding knowledge needed, just copy, paste, and it works.
That alone is a game changer for so many people. But then they took it to a whole other level. The showstopper moment.
The showstopper. They decided to build a complete, gamified app during the recording. Clay architected a detailed prompt for a tool called Bolt.new, and in about 20 minutes, it built an entire application.
And this wasn't just a simple web page. This was a gamified Vision Traction Organizer Explorer app. It had multiple levels you could progress through, from cadet to captain. It had a fuel points system, interactive quizzes based on company values, animated elements, progress tracking, all from one prompt.
The most insane part for me was watching Bolt's process. It was quality checking its own work. It would write a file, then read the file back to check for compatibility, then edit the file, and only then would it render the result. It was a complete autonomous development cycle happening in real time.
It completely reframes what's possible. And Clay immediately connected it to a brilliant business insight.
Yes, he said, if you have a mission statement at your company or a new strategy, what more fun way than to send something like this out to your employees? Nobody wants to read a memo. Send them an app to play.
He even added, make it mandatory that they have to be commander level by Tuesday. And he's so right. Why send a boring PowerPoint or a long email that no one will read when you can create an engaging, interactive experience in 20 minutes? You can use it for one meeting and then just throw it away and build a new one next week.
It's disposable, bespoke software. This ties directly into the advantage this gives entrepreneurs. Marshall, who is a coder, made a profound point.
He did. He said that for people new to coding, these AI tools are the absolute best way to start. The years it takes to learn a new language are no longer a prerequisite. You can just jump in, because the background knowledge isn't as critical anymore.
And Clay built on that, saying entrepreneurs are now in the perfect position to disrupt and create. The two biggest barriers, lack of money to hire developers and lack of personal technical skill, are evaporating. You can be the visionary with the idea and, as they say, vibe code your way to a solution.
It shifts the most valuable skill from being able to write the code to being able to architect the solution. Understanding the structure and the goal is now more important than knowing the specific syntax.
Which brings us to the meta-reality of the show itself. This whole episode perfectly captured RocketHub's mission. They are pioneering this AI for entrepreneurs category, and they're doing it by living it.
Exactly. They are using AI to produce the show, getting performance reviews from AI, creating music with AI, and building their actual products with AI, all while documenting the messy, authentic process.
And it is messy. They mentioned this was their fourth take recording this same episode because of technical issues with their editing software, Descript. But that's what makes the show so valuable. It's not a polished TED Talk, it's the raw truth of what it's like to build with these powerful but sometimes frustrating tools in 2025.
So, to sum it all up, what are the key takeaways from episode 007?
I'd say first, AI feedback can be brutally honest, so be ready for it. Second, newer models aren't always an upgrade. Third, and most importantly, AI coding is here. It's accessible, and it allows you to build real, production-ready apps in minutes, not months.
And from a business perspective, it unlocks new ways to communicate internally and empowers entrepreneurs to build things they could only dream of before. The barrier to entry for creating software has been completely demolished.
The bottom line from this episode is that AI implementation is getting exponentially faster and more powerful, but it's still unpredictable and requires a spirit of experimentation. Clay and Marshall's willingness to show the failures right alongside the incredible successes is what makes AI Live essential viewing.
As they said, what we saw this week will be the worst AI coding ever gets. Imagine what will be possible in 6 months. It's an exciting time.
It certainly is. That's a wrap on this week's AI Live recap. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, you don't need to be a coder anymore. You just need a great idea and the willingness to vibe your way to success. But what do you two